from Newark to White Plains. White Plains is a little tiny airport, but I made the flight, and the amazing part is every other flight basically
didn't
Florida,
make it.
Canceled. I mean, there were little pictures, little tiny airport. I mean, tiny. I'm talking about not much bigger than my office.
It's smaller than Iceland.
It was terrible. It was like so ridiculous.
Oh my God,
Hundreds
that's so
of people
funny.
standing around. Their flights get canceled. I get lucky and I make it back to Florida. So we almost had 2 weeks in a row. But glad to be here and be back with everybody.
And University of Miami looking very good.
They do. My alumni class looks dynamite. They really do look good. How many points did they win up? 48 points or something like that?
They blew them out.
I think 48.
Texas A&M, no less.
Yeah, you're right, exactly.
Alabama, not so much.
Alabama lost a tough game, man.
Yeah, Texas looking
looks
good.
Unbelievable. Every time Alabama you thought was going to hand it to them, Texas came back.
Yeah, but what's his name, threw 2 picks. But the other one is Colorado with Coach Prime.
How do you like that?
I'm
with
digging
Deion?
Coach
Isn't that
Prime.
amazing?
I think
Sanders, way
he's
to go.
going to eventually replace Saban at Alabama. I think Saban's helping him out.
Got the charisma to bring people into the stadium.
They do the Aflac thing together, you know.
Unreal. All right, so we got to talk about our seminars.
Sorry.
We have another one. No, Tuesday, okay? Those of you who are interested, that's September 12th. I'm going to be teaching a dual seminar. So it's going to be me teaching legal update and Zach Towers from Best Roofing is going to teach a master class on commercial roofing. So we have roofing and we have the condominium laws legal update. That's September 12th. It's starting at 10:30 in the morning. Okay, again, September 12th starts 10:30 in the morning. And if you want to just take that class from your home, you can do it from your home. Just give my office a call tomorrow, 954-983-1112, 954-983-1112, and we will send you the link.
Nice.
Or if you want to just email me, email eric@condo-laws.com. Again, eric@condo-laws.com. I will send you the link for the class, again, starting Tuesday morning.
And it's free.
10:30, totally free. Class on commercial roofing and condominium law legal update.
So you're teaching a master class, basically.
No, this is for the master class is on roofing.
But your seminars are master classes, basically.
This year they certainly are. My God, there's so much to learn.
Yeah, and your schedule's out.
It sure is. Let's talk about that. So, as you know, everybody, if you don't get certified within 90 days of getting on the board or within 1 year of getting on the board, you are off the board. What's the best way to get certified, Karen?
The best way is to take your master class, Eric. Your seminar, free. You get a certification, big framed certificate, and you get a free lunch.
Absolutely, and it's all at the L&L Condo and HOA Expos. Again, all at the L&L Condo and HOA Expos. All these places that we're going to give you now, the timing all starts at 8:30 a.m.
Beautiful.
Karen, you want to kick it off? This one's coming up, not too far away.
October 3rd, Orlando, the Orange County Convention Center.
And the following week, October 10th, Broward at the Signature Grand.
October 17th, Miami at the Hyatt Regency Hotel.
October 19th, Palm Beach at the Palm Beach Convention Center.
October 20th, boy, you're going to go to Naples then, at the New Hope Event Center.
October 24th, Bradenton at the Bradenton Convention Center.
And Tampa at the Tampa Bay Convention Center.
Yeah, we were really going to be all over the state.
What
a month October is going to be. Wild.
Gosh.
But, hey, you know how much I love it.
I know you do.
To register for any of these events, anybody, just go to www.condocrazeandhoas.com.
By the way.
Again, condocrazeandhoas.com.
I have a question. So did you go to Manhattan when you were in New York?
No.
What a mess.
If I tell you, I wake up, I think it was yesterday morning, a top story on the news, 5 people stabbed in Manhattan overnight. You know, but it's like nothing. It's no big deal. Now, what's worse than that, I know we're going off topic here, but what's worse than that, you would not believe what's going on in New York City with their public schools.
21,000 students that don't speak English.
My sister used to register new students when she worked in school, and she'd have to get proof of vaccination, proof of an electric bill or something showing where the child lives. Now, you know, everybody has to show Zippo, nada, nothing.
Well, no, the New York kids have to show it.
Oh, yeah. You may have to show it. Right, correct.
Just the 21,000 migrants.
And there's much more than 21,000. There's much more than 20. New York City has already spent $7 billion on it. But new children that come in don't have to show anything. children that were born here have to show everything. You're looking at an insane situation in New York City. Absolutely insane. It's not just New York. It's, I'm sure, L.A. I don't know if Chicago's feeling it. But the parents in New York City are losing their mind. I will tell you. I've interview after interview that the parents in New York City cannot believe what's going on in their own city. But we digress. All right, who do we got on the phone, VJ?
First up, June in Brevard County.
Hey, June. Good morning.
Hey, good morning, guys. Thanks for taking my call. First, I just want to comment on your question of the day about HOA versus condo. It sounds like we're both in trouble, right? Because what you laid out in terms of all the costs, I'm not sure if it makes any difference. So I just thought I'd say that.
No, I agree with you.
It's a no-win situation all around. So sad. My question for you, Eric, is the board recently decided to do an assessment to have our complete dock redone, refurbished, right, because it's very old. And they assessed every owner for, I think it's almost close to $3,000, right, just roughly. The trouble is that there are a number of owners who have extended their piers over the years. I'd say maybe 30% of the owners. So instead of the standard 6 feet, which everyone's entitled to, these owners have extended them to like 25, 30 feet.
And you have to pay for that.
Well, that's the thing. So the board decided on the assessment, so the same amount for everybody, but then it doesn't make sense to me because
I agree with you.
Why are the people that have the short docks, the piers, being assessed the same amount? So
I
wanted
agree
to
with
get
you
your take
100%. Anything that needs to be done to that extra extension, that's their problem. Now, let me give you an example that's kind of similar. When you have balconies, right, in a building, right, and everybody has, terraces. The terrace itself, if it cracks, right, that has to be repaired by the association, right? But if you make an addition to that terrace by adding tiling flooring to it, right, you put down marble, you put down tile, and it cracks and it goes bad or it needs to be removed because you need to make repairs to the building, that's replaced totally by the cost of the unit owner.
But isn't lengthening the dock a material alteration?
There's an HOA, so it would not apply.
Pardon me.
Yeah, but it's an HOA, right?
Condo.
Oh, it is a condo. So guess what? That's right, Karen. Yeah. Excellent.
How could they do it without an approval?
They needed to get the vote because it would be a material alteration, so they shouldn't have done it to begin with. But I agree with you completely.
So the extended piers, right, basically what they've even started already doing, that these extended piers, they've already started part of the refurbishment, and they've extended them with the new company, dock company, is doing it already, and they plan on doing it for all the rest.
Look.
They're going to have to undo it.
I totally believe that that's not something that you should pay for. Somebody who didn't lengthen their dock should not be paying for the repairs to someone else's extended dock. Who told you to put that in?
Right.
Well, it's a material.
Once you do that, that's your problem.
They're going to have to remove it, though, because it's not approved.
Yeah. Well, they could if you want to fight it. How long are those extended docks there?
Well, it varies, right? People have done it. There have been some over the last year. There was some there for over the last 10 years. There were a number of people that extended them for lifts. Yeah.
Well, if you want to make a really big stink about it, you could say those that are within the last 5 years, you have a right to challenge, and you will challenge because those are material alterations. You didn't take a vote, and everybody's going to be required to put it back.
Yep.
Or just make the ones that did the extensions, they got to pay more. I would agree with you completely. Okay, June?
They did get approved. I think all these people have to go through an approval process to get the extension.
Yeah, but probably what Karen is saying, what Karen is saying is it's a material alteration. And probably, I haven't seen your docs, but probably it would require a 75% vote of the community.
Yeah, you would have had to have voted on it.
Okay?
Okay. All right. Yeah, I've raised it to them, but they refused to take my issue up. So, okay.
And that's why the Lord made attorneys.
That's right. Call Eric. You got a good case.
June, thank you for the call.
We're talking about docks and docks.
Who else we got, VJ?
Thank you, guys.
You got it.
We have Barry in Miami.
Hey, Barry.
Barry.
Yeah, hi, Eric. Hi, Karen. How are you?
Good morning.
What is your blog tomorrow on?
It's on something different. It's actually not on Labor Day. It's on something else.
Because you had the Labor Day on Labor Day. That was your blog day. How do you know?
How many people? Well, we always do. I love it. We have a Labor Day tradition where we create a story about a board member who simply wants a day of rest and can't get it on Labor Day. Oh, actually, you're right. Tomorrow, I was wrong. Tomorrow,
you're still in New Jersey.
Tomorrow, I'll tell you something. Tomorrow is about a case. We can discuss it a little bit now, but we'll talk about it next week. The name of my blog tomorrow is, remember, tomorrow's 9/11.
Right.
So tomorrow's blog is actually called United We Stand, but Don't Dare Leave Your Shoes Outside. Okay?
Oh.
United We Stand, but Don't Dare Leave Your Shoes Outside. And it is about a first responder who obviously took care of God knows how many people, saved the lives of how many people at the Trade Center. Right, moves to a condo in Florida, and you know how many people developed breathing problems as a result of working there. So this man developed terrible breathing problems, and the doctor told him that never bring your shoes inside your home, because by bringing your shoes inside your home, it creates dirt and dust, and it's going to bother you. Your breathing. It's going to prevent you from breathing properly. He gets thousands of notes. Whatever notes he needs, he gets, right? And again, a hero, a true hero. The condo says, nope, we're not letting you put your shoes outside. You bring your shoes in. You cannot leave your shoes on the common elements. He says, I just want to leave them in front of my door. My doctor said I can't bring them into my house. The condo says, you're bringing them in your house. We will never let you leave them outside.
But that's...
And he asked for a reasonable accommodation.
I was going to say, it's not reasonable.
And
plus, it's not safe for him.
Read this article tomorrow, everybody. And I gave a link to a writer who actually wrote about this case extensively. As you're reading it, I promise you're going to get sick. I mean, what this condo put this guy through, who was a hero, absolutely terrible, disgusting.
Bottom line.
I didn't put the result in. He got sued. The condo got sued in the end. The guy didn't want to sue. He didn't, wasn't his thing. Just please let me leave my shoes out there. Bottom line is, I found that after I wrote the article, he sued and got $40,000. I think he was entitled to more.
And insurance. I mean, and
the right to leave his shoes outside.
And attorney's fees.
Yeah, correct. But this is a terrible case. But that's actually what the blog is about tomorrow, Barry. I think people are going to read it and get sick from it. Really, it's terrible. Worst case I've ever seen, perhaps. My only regret is that I wasn't involved in it. So, there you go. That's tomorrow's blog.
Thank you, Eric.
Thank you. I appreciate the call, Barry. Be well.
I understand Biden's not going to be in New York tomorrow.
Biden doesn't know where he's going to be tomorrow.
He doesn't. He's afraid Eric Adams will hit him in the face.
Can you? No, I can't even see how the mayor of New York City would even talk to him.
Yeah, he's going to be in Alaska. Yeah.
You know where Biden's where?
Alaska.
I'll let him. He could stay there. Please stay there. Just somebody tell me one thing that's better than it was, 5-6 years ago. The economy is terrible. Gas prices are terrible. Food prices are terrible. I don't even have to talk about the southern border. Look what it's doing to our cities. Look at crime. I mean, somebody please tell me how in a million, billion, gazillion
they're going to run him.
He can possibly
They're going to run him. But if RFK is a third person on the ballot, that could ruin everything for them. But they're going to run him. And if they don't let Trump on the ballot, write him in.
Never mind his corruption, right? Never mind his corruption. I mean...
No, they're going to run him because they know they can win.
So you're going to run... you really think he could win? I can't...
Oh, yeah.
I can't...
If RFK
my wildest dreams, I can't imagine him winning.
If they don't have a third party on the ballot, they can do it again.
Let's see. All right, who else we got, BJ?
Joseph in West Palm Beach.
Joseph, how are you?
I'm fine. Thanks for taking my call. I think it's really cool that you give out free advice. Let me start with that.
Thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Yeah, that's really nice, man.
I hope everybody takes my political advice.
I'm a new condo owner, and my insurance is high. Now, what does that actually cover, and why, if I have that insurance through the association, I should get my own personal insurance, which I did not do?
Great question. Love this question. Okay, so the condo, right? When the condo master policy only covers the four walls of your unit, basically, the original installations that came with your unit, and basically that's it. The condo policy does not cover anything else in your unit. Again, we're talking about basically just the four walls. So if a storm were to come by and destroy your condo, and I've seen this in Broward County before, just during Wilma. Wilma came by and destroyed some condos. And the only thing the insurance company had paid was to simply put back the structure of the condominium.
Oh, not the inside.
Now what?
Oh, God.
Now what? Now you got to do all the painting. You got to put all your entire kitchen back, right? Think about that. You got to put back bathrooms, everything.
Especially if the roof blows off, you're screwed.
I mean, so there's where your HO6 policy comes in. And in addition to that, another reason to have an HO6 policy. Let's say that a storm comes, and as a result of a storm, the board passes a special assessment to cover the damage to the condominium. Your HO6 policy will cover the cost of that special assessment. You just call them and say, hey, my condo passed a special assessment.
Really?
And up to $2,500, I believe. So that $2,500 is paid by your insurance, right? That's paid by your insurance company. In addition to that, if let's just say you're in your house and the upstairs neighbor has a leak in their unit, right? Their water heater busts, their AC breaks, and it floods and destroys your unit. Your HO6 policy pays for the damages as well. So there's so many reasons that you want to have an HO6 policy that's separate and apart from the condo master policy. I hope that answers your question.
So if I was to get insurance, I would get an HO6 policy.
HO6, correct. Okay? Go look at our website because we have two insurance companies that sell it. That's what they do.
Beautiful.
Okay?
What do they call it? What are
Go
the
take
names?
a look at Condo, Craze, and HOAs.
All right. Thanks, man. Keep up the good work. All right.
You got it. We got Allstate with Randy Hoffman, and we have Mac and Wolf.
That's right, Mac.
Right. So just go take a look, give them Beach a call, and see what they got to say. But definitely 100% have an HO6 policy. We recommend it completely. All right, let's take our bottom of the hour break. Taking our calls, 877-850-8585. Again, 877-850-8585. Back right after this.
The future of fiber is here. QXC Communications is a fiber network engineering firm based in Boca Raton. We build fiber networks that deliver high-speed internet, Wi-Fi, HDTV, and voice services, primarily to Florida's condominium communities. QXC's AON architecture is the industry's best practice and a game changer for our customers. We run 2 dedicated fibers to each unit. No splitters, no cables. So, every resident gets uninterrupted blazing fast speed and military-grade data security. Our Wi-Fi 6 network deployment powers performance on multiple devices with no dead zones. And the QXC TV app makes everyday programming access a breeze with 3-day rewind and optional cloud DVR. QXC AON Fiber is where the industry is heading. Call us today at 561-708-1500 or visit us at www.qxc.us.
Is your condominium or HOA in need of accounting services? Look no further. Gerstle, Rosen & Goldenberg is one of South Florida's largest accounting and auditing firms, as recognized by the South Florida Business Journal, and is one of the few accounting firms uniquely specialized to provide accounting services to their growing condominium and homeowner association clientele throughout Florida. With primary offices in Aventura and Boca Raton, satellite offices in Naples and Orlando, and a professional staff of 65, Gerstle, Rosen & Goldenberg is prepared to meet the needs of any condominium or HOA in the state. The professionals at Gerstel, Rosen, and Goldenberg also have experience working with timeshares, cooperatives, hotel condominiums, mixed-use buildings, and ancillary operations like restaurants, spas, and country clubs. Put their 25 years experience in your corner. Gerstel, Rosen, and Goldenberg, 305-937-0116. That's 305-937-0116 or grgcpa.com.
Someday, you will need insurance. And for that day, you'll be glad you wrote down Insurco Insurance and Financial Services. Why? Because Insurco virtually insures everything. They're a full-line insurance agency that'll put together the best possible coverage and premium for almost anything. Need homeowners or condo insurance? Call Insurco. Need auto or motorcycle insurance? Call Insurco. How about golf cart insurance or trailer and RV insurance? Just call Insurco for a free quote. They're open every day. From renters insurance, officers and directors insurance, and personal liability umbrellas to all types of business insurance, boat insurance, cancer policies, life, health, and annuities. All you need is Insurco. Get a free quote. They service Dade, Broward, and Palm Beach. Speak English and Spanish. Insurco Insurance and Financial Services. It's the only name you need. Office at 14401 West Sunrise Boulevard in Sunrise, inside Edmore Chevrolet.
Call 954-846-1206. 954-846-1206. That's 954-846-1206.
All over the world, people have plumbing problems. These problems can be expensive and destructive to fix. Have you ever wondered if there was a way to take care of your plumbing problems without destruction and an outrageous price tag? Welcome to Pipelining Technologies, Inc., where we specialize in fixing your problems without demolition and minimum cutting by means of pipelining. Pipelining is the ability to take a pipe damaged by root intrusion or long-term deterioration and make it new. By means of inserting an epoxy-saturated liner into the pipe and allowing it to harden or cure, leaving behind a brand new pipe.
That sounds great. How can I get pipelining in my home, commercial building, or condominium?
Simply fill out our online contact form and a pipelining representative will get in touch with you in a timely fashion. Or call us directly at 561-853-5463.
Certified in Community Association law, anything about condos, HOAs, co-ops is making you absolutely crazy from one day to the next. Call the station. Talk to VJ, 877-850-8585, 877-850-8585.
As a matter of fact, who do we got, VJ?
We have Deborah in Fort Lauderdale.
Hey, Deborah.
Hi, good morning, Eric. Okay, I'm not going to get too detailed into this because it requires like a private consultation because so what I'm going through would just curl your hair. Okay, so I live in a condo, cottage style with a lot of cedar inside and cedar wood, and the association assessed us close to $30,000 with no discussion about what company they're hiring to do. They're actually taking off half of the house. They're taking off the side of the house, removing the sliding glass doors, and they're replacing the cedar wood on the outside. They didn't do an inspection years ago, which they should have, and now it's late in the game, and they have to do the 30 or 40-year inspection. So they hired a company that was a reputable company when they hired him, but the father sold the company to his son. So the company is no longer operating in the manner, in a professional manner that they used to. They used to have like advertisements on their trucks, and they used to have a supervisor supervising the work. Now they have like porta potties on the outside. These guys come, they jump off a truck. We don't know where these workers came from. They're literally removing the side of these cottage-style condos, removing the wood, and they were supposed to be doing one unit at a time. Instead, they're removing like several at a time instead of removing the wood and then replacing it to see how it goes. Do we want to see their workmanship? So they're taking off the sides of all these condos, all these units, and they're putting up stacking plywood to conceal the side of the homes. are the condos, but they're leaving gaps with air flowing through, so you're losing your air conditioning, and people are without the side of their condo for 4 months, since April.
Okay.
So now they decided, because of complaints, to go ahead and do one unit at a time. Well, they got to my unit, and they replaced one of the beams, and it looked pretty good, and they were doing it. It's been a mess, but at the end, they cracked one of the windows. Huge window, because these windows are huge. They used the wrong drill bits, and they literally, in drilling, they drilled and cracked glass.
Are they licensed?
Now we're being told they are licensed. Well, first of all, when we went to the board meeting, the board couldn't answer any of our questions. They couldn't tell us who the company was. We couldn't get information. People were asking questions and screaming, and they would not tell us anything. So, number one, I do have the name of the company, but it's not the same as it was before, because it's not father-owned, it's son-owned. So, now we're being told that we can't. Okay, go ahead. Okay. I'm sorry.
So, you know who the company is, right?
Yes.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure they have insurance, and even if they don't, doesn't matter. What you need to do
We're being told by the board that we are responsible for any damage done.
Of course you're not. Of course you're not.
Okay.
If a roofer comes along and cracks windows, while he's doing the work, they're responsible for that. Okay.
They said that if it's in that it's in our docks. Look in our docks, and we have to replace any damaged glass.
Not if a third party. Not if a third party causes that damage.
The docks would never say that, right?
Yeah. Okay.
And the wooden beams that they're putting up, if they're drilling holes, and they're literally cracking the wooden beams now so that termites can get infested inside. It's really a bad job. I can't. It's a horrifying scenario that I really won't get into any more detail because it's terrible. But
then your board should be holding them to. I'm sure there's provisions, or there better be provisions in the contract that says the roofer is liable for damages that the roofer causes, I should say. And if they're not, then I'll bet you, the way you're making it sound is, I'll bet you that your board did not have the contract reviewed by an attorney first. Do you know if they did that?
That's what I'm wondering. Can they actually? Who can sign that contract? Are they able to sign a contract without an attorney approving it?
Yes, they can. Yes, but they need to have voted on that contract first.
But what if they signed it with the other people that own the company, and then the company changed hands?
No, I don't know. I don't know that they did that. That's a good question. But if they signed it without an attorney looking at it, how do we? So where does that leave us with that situation?
It leaves you with the fact that there's still a contract there. Unfortunately for you, there's still a contract. That contract is still in existence. Sorry to tell you. But if you have specific damage that they caused to your unit, you need to write a certified letter to them, return receipt requested, take a picture, show them the damages that they did, tell them that they're responsible for the damage.
To the management company or the board or
the roofing company.
Well, it's not a roofing company. It's a contracting. They're not doing the roof. They're doing the siding of the home.
Whoever caused the damage.
Okay. Oh, certified letter to them.
Certified letter, return receipt requested, telling them they caused this damage. Take a picture. If they don't repair it within 10 days, we're going to court.
Who did the beams then if they're not roofing?
They're not roofers. It's not for roofing. It's to replace rotted wood on the side of these. There's cottage-style condos that are made with wooden beams, and the wooden beams are being, they've been with bad weather. They've been falling apart and termite infested and whatnot. So they're replacing them, but they're actually replacing them and ruining the new beams that they're putting up as well. But the question is it legal for the board to sign the contract without an attorney?
Absolutely.
That's a bad idea.
It is. And it happens all the time.
One time that they could not.
Hold on. So, I've done many shows, Karen, where we talk about it, where they ask, people ask me, "Hey, Eric, can I get out of this contract?" You signed it. Isn't that your signature? Yes. So the answer is no, you can't get out of that
Basic contract law. Yeah. I don't see how her docs would say ever that they're responsible for something that a contractor does.
She may be responsible for her own windows for replacement, but not if a third party cracks it.
Yeah. Not if they, okay. All right. So we'll send a certified letter to the actual company.
Picture some adults are playing outside, right? And they throw a football through your window.
Yeah.
Does that mean you're responsible for replacement of that window, or the person who negligently threw the football is responsible?
Right.
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 So that's the answer to your question. Okay.
Okay.
And this particular phone call, what does it boil down to? The same lesson all over again.
Yeah.
Have your contract, especially a contract of this nature, major building repairs, have that contract reviewed by an attorney first, because it seems to me
we have a
horrible
board. We have a horrible board, and we can't get rid of them.
Can you pot her down, VJ, please? What happens if it's they signed it with the other company?
Language in the contract, if they signed it with the first company, that says this contract is assignable.
Okay.
Okay. Without the consent of the association.
You're kidding. So they can reassign it.
That's correct. And I guarantee you, if an attorney was looking at that, the attorney would say, no, we're contracting with you. You can sign this to Joe's Roofing Company. We don't want to do business with Joe. So all the more reason why you need an attorney looking for these things in your contract that are going to change these items before you actually put your John Hancock on it. Very important to have an attorney review it. Okay, let's take our final break of the hour, 877-850-8585, 877-850-8585. Back right after this.
Is your home or condo looking old, worn out, and in need of a fresh look? Then you need PD Painting to paint your property and make it look like new again. PD Painting will first properly prepare your home and condo and then use only the highest quality paint products. After many years in the painting industry, PD Painting has achieved a reputation for always delivering a reliable and professional finish. PD Painting is fully licensed and insured and offers a 7 to 10-year warranty. Their technicians are expert craftsmen. Let PD Painting handle all the details and then sit back and watch them restore your property and bring back that brand new look and feel. Need a service call? PD Painting will be there on the spot. Need financing? PD Painting can offer that too. Call PD Painting at 888-416-3204. Again, that's 888-416-3204. Go to the website, pdpaintinginc.com. Need painting done in your home and community? Contact the experts at PD Painting.
This message is for anyone who has taken on the important responsibility of becoming an officer or director in a homeowner or condominium association. It is also for the management companies who work closely with these caring people to make sure things are done the right way. Hello, I'm Gil Pomar, South Florida Regional President for Center State Bank, now the second largest bank based in Florida. Our bank, Center State Bank, has an amazing team of professionals who are exclusively dedicated to the homeowner and condo association market. Your job is not easy. There are repairs and new projects that need financing. There are legal and social issues that need to be understood. There are also technology and servicing issues that your residents want to be improved. Why not choose a bank that knows this business backward and forward? Why not have a local banker who will meet with you face-to-face whenever it is convenient for you or your board? Center State Bank has over 2,000 associations as customers for a reason. Please give us a chance to earn your business. Call Terry Russo at 954-633-1666 to make it happen. Center State Bank is an equal housing lender and a member of the FDIC.
Need an insurance evaluation, audit, or quotation for your condo association or homeowners association? If so, then you need to speak with our insurance experts at Mack & Waltz. We insure over 800 associations, and we are the clear leader in this marketplace. Mack & Waltz has been in business since 1989. We write insurance on billions of dollars of property values. We are an independent insurance agency representing insurance companies which specialize in condo and HOA insurance. The staff at Mack & Waltz works closely with board members and property managers and regularly attends association meetings to help educate the association about their insurance policies. To learn more about how Mack & Waltz can save you money and improve your insurance program, call now 954-640-6225 and ask for Greg Waltz. 954-640-6225. 888-6225. Mac & Waltz Insurance Group. Let us protect you. And we are entertaining your phone calls with questions, anything condo or HOA related, because Eric is an expert on the topic. He's board certified on community association law. The number to call to talk to VJ and get on the air and ask your question for free advice, 877-850-8585, 877-850-8585.
By the way, I'm not sure if it's still the law, but it certainly was the law. You were not allowed to call yourself an expert in a given area. Like, you can't say, I'm an expert on condo law, if you weren't board certified.
Right.
Yeah, so I still think that's the law in Florida, the Florida bar rules.
You're an expert.
I can say I'm an expert, but those hundreds of thousands, or not hundreds of thousands, but many thousands of attorneys that practice community association law that are not board certified, I don't think any of them can call themselves an expert unless you have been board certified.
Well, I'm honored to be with you for like 15 years doing this.
15 years, right?
I'm totally honored.
It's September. It's 15 years. Wow, unbelievable.
You invented this seminar to teach people, the board members, what to do.
Invented the radio show.
You invented the radio show.
Yeah,
and it's all free.
You by my side have made it a wonderful experience all the way. Thank you, Karen.
Likewise.
All right, who do we got, VJ?
Margot in Miami.
Hey, Margot.
Hi, Eric. I think I've been with you 15 years, too.
Yay!
I know that. Margot is a listener for 15 years.
Way
I know
to go,
that.
Margot.
How are you?
Okay, I have a question. Our board mentioned at a board meeting that they're going to make a resolution to require that all unit owners have HO6 policies. Would that rule be enforceable?
Absolutely not.
Oh.
Absolutely not. That resolution would not stand. It would require, so just a little history here. I would say about 7-8 years ago, there was a statute. There was actually a Florida statute that required unit owners to get that HO6 policy. It lasted for 1 year, okay? So now that there is no statutory requirement. So now the only way that the board can force you to do it is if the provision is contained in your declaration of condominium. If there is no provision in your deck, then everybody in the property, all the unit owners would have to vote on it. And typically a change to the declaration requires a 2/3 vote or a 3/4 vote of everybody, not a board resolution. Can't do this by board resolution.
Okay, that's what I thought, and you've taught me well.
You got it. If they do that, Margot,
thanks, Eric.
Just tell them Eric said, okay?
So it's up to you to get your own HO6. You can't be forced
Definitely.
to
Correct.
Okay.
Thanks, Margot.
Thanks so much.
You got it.
Bye-bye.
That's correct. There's nothing in the law. There was for 1 year that required unit owners to get an HO6 policy. That is gone. So the only
Why did they remove it?
I don't know if it was constitutional, to tell you the truth. Forcing somebody to purchase insurance.
Well,
what does that sound like?
Yeah, but I have to have car insurance.
True, if you in order to drive in the state. But
and Obama almost made it that I had to have health insurance.
Well, that's what I'm talking about, right? Do you have to purchase health insurance? And I think the Supreme Court said no, you can't force people to do that.
Oh, so that component was removed. The fine by the IRS was removed.
That was removed. So I think it's the same thing here. You can't force people to have an HO6 policy unless it's in their declaration. Should they have it? You know how I stand on that, absolutely.
So it can be in the deck.
It could be in the deck.
And that would be legal.
And it would be legal, correct. Then you can force people. But only if it's in the deck. Now remember, when you move into a condo, you give up certain rights.
Oh,
in a
yeah.
lot of cases that you would normally have in a private home.
Yeah.
One of them could be to be forced to purchase insurance. Okay? All right, who else we got, VJ?
Nina in Hallandale Beach.
Nina. Hey, Nina.
I have a dog named Nina.
Eric. So my question is, cut to the chase. How long do I have to wait for the board to make changes with water intrusion into my unit? They've redirected some lines, chemically treated from the water tower, and it's been slowly infiltrating itself into my unit. I get basically monthly water intrusion from 3 or 4 different areas in the unit. They finally repaired or replaced a condensate line, The water, the chemically treated water, has been dumping outside the east side of my wall. It's made its way into the unit over a course of years. And last month, within 2 weeks, we had one grade 3 flood, and previous one, there was feces flooding the unit really badly. It went out the front door. Long story short, they took all the tiles out. The water was still on the floor underneath the tiles after a week. And I don't see any rush to correct the exterior of the wall where the water is supposed to go under the water table.
Okay, so why are you standing for that? If you live in a condominium and it's, flooding in your unit constantly, and the way I'm hearing you, it's going on for months or maybe even years.
And treated water? What kind? Is this like with turds, or what's going on with this water? Where's it coming from?
Yeah, I don't know. It's coming from everywhere. The last one in August, we still haven't figured out where it was coming from. It was coming through the floor. It was coming. It wasn't.
What about mold?
The tub.
Do you have mold?
Oh yeah, now there's mold. But they came in and the floor that I put in, they ripped it all out. So now it's like, go put it back. It's your responsibility to go put it back in. But in the short term, it's good because the water that was coming through the condensate line shows there's no wall. It's gone. It's been eaten away by the water.
You know what?
Where the condensate line was.
Here's a great question. Wait, hold up. Great question of the day, because we've been speaking about it, I don't know how many times during the course of today's show. Do you have an HO6 policy?
I really don't know that.
Yeah. So an HO6 policy, right? You would have been able to pick up the phone, call your insurance company, and say, hey, let me tell you what's going on here, right? I mean, my unit keeps flooding, and they would fix the problem internally in your unit for you. They would make your unit look good.
Correct.
Hold up.
The problem is...
Hold on.
And then they would subrogate. They would sue your condo to get that money back. Okay? And then your condo would fix the problem. Okay?
Insurance said to me, we will no longer insure you, and you're not going to have any company in South Florida insuring you.
Well, again, that's if you sit back and take this. So it sounds like you're taking this for a long time, and maybe it's time for you to get an attorney to help you out.
So my question again is, how long do I have to wait for them to do the exterior repairs?
Well, you're telling me it's been months now. Don't you think that that's unreasonable when your unit is flooding? Shouldn't they do it immediately, make the exterior repairs so that your unit doesn't flood?
They don't even answer. Management company doesn't even answer my question. My question was, what's the difference between a grade 3 and a grade 4 emergency?
I don't know what the difference is between a grade 3 and a grade 4 emergency. I don't know what that means. What I do know is that your unit is flooding. It's coming up through the walls and it's coming in through the floors. And you're telling me that the association is not fixing it. If they're not fixing it, stop talking about it and go hire a lawyer to go do something about it.
You're the only one with the problem?
Yeah, the last month, the beginning of August, it actually went into the neighbor's unit. It went to 4 units.
Right.
In July, it was only in mine. In April, it was in mine. In December, it was in mine. But you see the water coming out the front door. They don't get excited about it. They don't think it's a structural problem. I know the walls are cracked, but they don't seem to be rushing to do anything. So beyond the board, beyond getting an attorney, beyond going to court, doesn't the city or the state need to step in and say, you know what, you have major structural issues over here. When are you going to get them fixed?
You could report the problem to were you in Hollandale?
Yeah.
Yeah, report it to the building department. I don't know if that's going to get you where you need to go.
No, it didn't get me anywhere. It would just get written up.
Yeah,
we just get violations.
So again,
they don't care. They don't. The city, as
hold up.
Hold
on. You're calling the show to speak to an attorney, right? Obviously, you think you need an attorney. So for some reason, however, you don't want to get an attorney, but you want to complain to an attorney on the show.
You got 30 seconds.
I can't help you, all right? Time for you to get an attorney. I just got that little whisper in my ear that it's time to go. Guys, thanks for tuning into another week of Condo Craze and HOAs again. We just...